You know, whenever I look at cards that have been announced to be reprinted, and knowingly seeing the fact that these cards will go down in value, some might come back up in value, it's almost like looking at nuclear fallout. And I feel like a lot of people dump the original prints because they're really excited about the new version, or they feel like the card's gonna lose value, which it does, sometimes temporarily, and then they miss out at times. What's going on, Paisanos? V here, coming at you guys, well, with another market watch today. I'll tell you right now, with the release of Maximum Gold, a lot of people are throwing their original copies on the market. And that to me yells opportunity. Because a lot of these original print secret rares, or even just original print versions, they have the potential to go down a little bit, stabilize, turn back around, and go back up in value. We've seen this in the past with cards like Impermanence, Evenly Match, Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, and I don't think we're not going to see this again. I think this is going to be something that's going to happen. The question is, what will it be? In fact, in this video, we're going to be talking about the nuclear fallout of some of these cards, and then we're going to turn around and question ourselves on each card whether or not it has the potential to rise in value. And I think this answer is going to surprise a lot of you guys when you realize the fact that a majority of these cards have a lot of potential to go back up in value after it's reached a stabilization price. Once again, when people dump the cards in the market, they have to go down, obviously, as players get more competitive. Eventually, the price has a settled price, on which we'll say in the case of Dragonmaid, which is announced to get a reprint in Maximum Gold with a $44 market price. It's actually at roughly around $50. This is going to get a gold Maximum Gold. This, let's say its price goes down to like $40. That's a stabilization price. And then that's when you got to really ask the question, is this card going to go back up in the market? Well, is it? Look at Dragonmaid. I do think the fact that this card is a secret rare as opposed to any other rarity version, especially the Maximum Gold rare, since it's the original print, this is the one everyone's going to want. Whether they want today, whether they want tomorrow. Yu-Gi-Oh players paying waifu tax don't want to pay waifu tax on a reprint. They want to buy the original recipe. And in the case of Dragonmaid, even though the market price is showing the card to go up in value, I do think that there's a chance it could go down a little bit more in value as Maximum Gold's release. But once again, it's gonna have a very short stabilization period that we gotta catch quickly before it starts turning around and going back the opposite way. It's a card that Yu-Gi-Oh players want. It's an original print, and that's why this card to me is gonna hold a lot of value, especially in the future. We also have Nurse Dragonmaid, another card which I believe at one point it's roughly around 25. The market price is shown to be around 24.50. We're seeing it over here roughly around 23.50. This card's slowly starting to go down in value, and I do think this card might start going down in value more, especially with the reprinted version coming out. And once in mass production, we can see the card going down in value. Once again, hitting that stabilization price. Will Nurse Dragonmaid go back up? I think it will. Same with Dragonmaid, Nurse Dragonmaid, and the waifu tax, as we all call it, is going to make these card prices rise in value. By the way, guys, if you're new to the channel, please make sure to click subscribe, hit the like button, and comment down below. Comment question of the day. Are you going to be getting rid of, if you own cards like Nurse Dragonmaid, Dragonmaid, and the rest of the cards on the market watch, are you going to be getting rid of the original print in lieu of trying to get something as like the Maximum Gold printing? Because what's going to happen is if you get rid of something like a Nurse Dragonmaid, a playset, you're looking at a little over $60. A little over $60 on selling a playset of Nurse Dragonmaid. Now, I think we can all come to the consensus that if you sell something for $60 and then you get the Maximum Gold version that, let's say, they're like $2, that's pretty good. You saw the card, it's still playable. On the other hand, there's a chance that the original print can still hold value. It might go down a little bit with people trying to sell the card so they don't see the card tank in value. Rightfully so, but then the card will have a stabilized price point and move back up in value. So let me know in the comments down below. By the way, guys, if you're new to the channel, click on all my social media links down below. I have Instagram, Twitch, we have the Yu-Gi-Oh Market Watch Facebook group, we have the Yu-Gi-Oh Market Watch Discord, all kinds of good stuff, all in the description down below. And if you want to support the channel, please make sure to click on the Cheap Player link. You buy cards, some of it goes to support the channel. I mean it helps me buy more of these expensive cards. Then we have Inferno Mirage. It's going to get a reprint. The original print version of this card coming out of Striking Darkness. The values are already tanking heavily. The card's holding at roughly around $27 market price. And when you look at the original print version of the card, you're looking roughly around $16. After that one's gone, the next one goes up to $18. But I think the value is going to go low before it does anything else. So will Inferno Mirage be a card that might be going back up in value? Well, yes, but not to the point where it was once $28. Inferno Mirage and original print Inferno is something a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players might want to grab, but there's no reason to grab it right now. So that's why everybody that held a $27 Inferno Mirage is just dumping it onto the market. Once again, I think the card will go down to like $5 and maybe go back up to $8 in the future, depending on the reprint. Once again, we don't know all the reprints. We don't know if this is going to be gold or not gold, but I really don't think it matters for Inferno Mirage. I think that's going to be the future of it. It's going to really tank in value and then slowly go up a little bit more in value as Yu-Gi-Oh players want the original print version of the card. Then we have Nibiru. And you know what? Good. Nibiru, the primer being actually hit $120 not too long ago. You can see the price listings. The market price total is supposed to be around $109. The listing has the card roughly around $114 to $115 for the max rarity version. So with the reprint announced, the card went down $5. And hopefully it goes down more. I do think Nibiru the Primer being Ultimate Rare at an OTS Tournament Pack 14 is going to be selling roughly around $80. The question is only a matter of when, not if. We've seen this happen before with a ton of other OTS Ultimate Rares. Nibiru is no different. Looking at 2019 Gold Star Nibiru with a $13 market price, the price point shows to be stabilized, but that's not true, paisanos. This card was roughly around $16 to $17 a copy. Now it's going to be roughly around $13. The card value of the Prismatic Secret Rare Nibiru will be going down. And it'll be going down despite the fact that the Ultimate Rare is still relatively high, but it's still another printing, another option for Yu-Gi-Oh players. It'll be going down because Nibiru the Prime brings a card a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players want. So if a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players want this card, and they're going to get the golden version for like $2, they're probably going to opt to do that, and they're going to lower the value of Nibiru. Now, can the Prismatic Secret Rare Nibiru go back up in value? I don't think so. The answer is really simple because you have Nibiru the Prime Being, which is the second most expensive version, we'll just say. Go will obviously be the lowest. And then you have the Ultimate Rare. Yu-Gi-Oh players that want to get max rating Nibiru aren't going to really look for the middleman. They're going to look for the highest version. Could Nibiru go back up though once it's settled back down to where the price is going to settle? Sure, but not to the value that we're going to see immediately. There's always a change in the future depending on reprints. But right now I can see this card hitting about $6. Maybe going to, you know, in the future, once again, if we get no more reprints, it could go up a couple of dollars as from there. Oh, let's talk about Golden Boy. Woo! How the mighty have fallen! Elldlich the Golden Lord coming out of Secret Slayers with a $73 market price. We all know it was not 73. 73 was too kind. This card was a little over $100 a copy. Well, Elldlich the Golden Lord at Secret Slayers is roughly around 65 beautiful, dirt cheap dollars. I really like the fact that this card's cheap and it's easier for a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players to get. I really honestly do. I think Eldlich is going to be a really great deck that a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players can now have access to, and they're going to. And it's going to really change the way we play our competitive meta because a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players now have tools that they just didn't have with the release of the Gold Rare Eldlich the Golden Lord. So, what do? Well, we wait. I mean, think about it. This card is going to be the best version. Let's not lie to ourselves. Well, V, I really like the Gold Rare version. Alright, what you like and what's going to have value is two different things then. Because the original print Secret Rare is the harder to get. If it's hard for you, I want ×3. That's going to be the one everyone wants to go and grab. But they don't know it yet. And why go ahead and grab it right now? Think about it. Would you really go and grab Elldlich the Golden Lord for $65, knowing the reprint's gonna lower the price point? No. We wait on this bad boy. We wait, we sit back, and like a ninja, we wait until the minute it hits settle price and we snipe it in. And that's what's gonna happen with this card. I'm looking forward to it myself. And yeah, listen, if you're looking to play Eldlich in any way, shape, or form, just want to give you a heads up that Elixir, Elixir, can I say that word right? Is that how I say it? The Black Awakening with an $18 market price. Well, it's a low price point of $15 a copy. Elixir. Now, you might go, okay, well, you don't need that many, or, you know, I might already have one. Sure. Curse Eldland with an $8 market price is roughly around $7. So I said in my previous videos not too long ago when I said if one card in an expensive deck gets a reprint, that doesn't necessarily kill the value of that expensive deck. What happens is the market readjusts itself to make another card the winner. In this case, Elixir of the Black Awakening as well as Curse Eldland. Here's where it gets flipped or twisted though. These two cards will be going down in value. Don't freak out. Don't worry about it. The market cannot stay in high value for cards that are relatively easy to get. Or in the case of Elixir of the Black Awakening, I don't even think you played 3 of this card. So what's going to happen is the market's going to see this and it's going to adjust. I mean, you can see good signs of the market already adjusting. With Elixir of the Black Awakening being an $18 market price, but it's roughly around $16. It's going to be going down. You got Curse Eldland being $8. You see that at $7. It's also going to be going down. But the reason these originally spiked up in value, because the market was testing community, basically saying, hey, if you don't have copies of Eldland, if you don't have copies of Elixir of Black Awakening, these are your price points. But if you open Secret Slayers, like I opened Secret Slayers, and everybody else opened Secret Slayers, well, everyone wants to make good money, because you can sell your Elixirs of Black Awakening and Curse Eldlands right now, and put that money to your original print Secret Rare, Eldlich the Golden Lord. You can do that. Or you can just watch the market tank these card prices down, depending on how lazy you are. I'm lazy. I have tons of those cards. I'm not selling them. Too lazy. Listen. Oh, by the way, that's the best version. I don't think I needed to say it. So, Speedroid Ten Board was really going crazy high in value, and it's only printing out of high-speed riders right now. It's gonna get a reprint maximum gold. Speedroid Ten Board with a $5 market price is still roughly around $7 to $8 for this card. Why is that? Well, a couple of things. Number one, it's not really seeing meta play right now, so that's really factoring into the value because people aren't going to grab it. More people are going in to list it, but even then, nobody realizes that Sakatombo is worth $8. Number one. Number two, it's getting a reprint, and it really depends on how the reprint is. If the reprint's that ultra rare with letterings, I don't think it would matter. Same with gold rare, I don't think it would matter. I think the original print, like YGOPaisano Ten Board, is still gonna have good value. It might go a little bit lower than its current market price. Well, its previous current market price, but it's not gonna be like $1. But yeah. I think it'll be like $3. Okay, looking at Ash Blossom and Joy Spring, we are finally getting yet another reprint. So hold on 1 second. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 copies, 5 reprints, and at the time, the card last week was a little over $10 a copy. Even the common that came in a $10 structure deck was $10 a copy. Konami. So Konami finally gave us a reprinted version of Ash Blossom and Joy Spring. Now, a lot of people are going to be asking, well, V, what's going to happen to these other values? They're going to go low. They're going to go low depending on the fact that Ash Blossom Joy Spring. By the way, when I talk about the rest of these other cards, and moving forward as well as the previous cards, I'm talking about these cards as Konami did not short print them. Obviously, Konami short print these cards would drastically change the amount of allocation to community, and that would drastically change the price point and how we have to evaluate the price point. We do not know what's being short printed right now. Anyone saying that they know the short prints of Maximum Gold, they're lying or being disingenuous. Short printings, we have zero idea about. So I'm talking about these cards as if they were not short printed. So I'll give you guys the most blanket statement, because not everything's short printed. Hopefully, a majority of cards are not. So that's what I'm talking about. Listen, looking at Ash Blossom Joy Spring, if it comes out even as an ultra rare and it's not short printed, like I said, the value of every copy will go down. The initial value of the secret original print at Maximum Crisis, it might go down a little bit. Stabilize, realize the fact that it's the best one in the market, and when you have something that is the best copy that's currently seeing meta play, even though there's reprinted copies, the best copy always spikes up in value to astronomically high numbers that are unreasonable. Well, why is that? Well, because if you want the best, you're going to have to pay the highest price point. Once again, if you don't have it, I want it times 3. Nibiru, the Primal Being, is a phenomenal example of that's what you pay for the best. Same with other cards. I mean, look at Solemn Judgment with the Ultimate Rare. Then you look at other versions of Solemn Judgment. Unless you're buying the hardest to get ones, you're not realistically paying the same prices. You could get common Solemn Judgment, super rare Solemn Judgment easily. But if you want the harder to get ones, you're going to pay the harder to get price. So let's talk about, I'm not only want to look at the other rarities, because if Ultra comes out Ultra Rare, which I think it's going to, the rarities are going to tank. If it comes out Gold Rare, Ultra Rare players who are holding Ultra Rare copies of Ash Blossom Joy Spring, they might hold some value, but not immediately. And then other versions of Ash Blossom Joy Spring will go down in value, especially the common. Ash Blossom Joy Spring coming in at Maximum Crisis with a $44 market price. The Unlimiteds are roughly around $40. Alright? Well, if you want to purchase an Ash Blossom and Joy Spring, the hardest to get one, you're looking to pay starting price $60. After that's gone, once again, you see the card. Oh, actually, why did I say $60? Hold on 1 second. No, it's not $60. 50. Wait, yeah, it is $60. Okay, what? Okay, never mind. $60. After that, okay, shipping confused me. $4.25 shipping. What? Okay. So you're looking to pay around $60, and then the price quickly starts moving up to $70 per copy of Ash Blossom and Joy Spring. Up until the release date of Maximum Gold, we might see the market be confused as far as whether or not to buy or sell these copies. So keep an eye out, because you can get a good deal on the highest rarity version of Ash Blossom and Joy Spring. Just wait, be patient, and you can run in there and snipe some good value. Because this is the one you should be focusing on. Everyone's getting for the gold, everyone doesn't know about the comments, or any of these versions. But the original print secret rare, that's a hard version to get, and that's the version I think a lot of people should be focusing on. Listen, I think the Ultra Rares out of Dual Power, out of Legendary Collection Kyber are really good. And once again, if Ash Blossom comes out as a Gold Rare, these Ultra Rares will actually maintain decent value. But if it comes out as an Ultra Rare, these two might not do so well in the market. It really depends on the circumstance. Okay, so now we have Infinite Impermanence. And once again, I talked about it in the other day when I talked about the Maximum Gold, don't buy it yet. And I still say don't buy Maximum Gold yet. I always say, guys, please, you gotta buy the Maximum Gold singles. Buying it sealed is gambling. And if you gamble, you're just gonna lose money. You have a chance, you might got one random guy. Well, V, I pulled 8,000 Infinite Impermanence. Konami just had a misprint Infinite Impermanence. Every card was Infinite Impermanence. It was good to be me. And for that one guy, I guarantee you, there are 100 players who pulled crap. The only reason that guy's bragging, because nobody brags about losing money in the market. Oh, the other day I got banged over. I bought 8 cases. I pulled commons. I didn't this set doesn't even have comments, but I pulled comments. Like, that guy's not gonna brag, okay? He might complain to his buddy in like a confined space, but he's not gonna go out and go, yo, I bought 18 cases, pulled nothing but comments, boys. We made so much nig. I lost money. I'm in foreclosure. Like, that doesn't happen. The one guy bragging, or maybe 2 or 3 guys bragging, realize behind those guys is 100 guys who got banged on their buck. This is why I always emphasize going and buying into the secondary market. What do you want? Get exactly what you want. Don't do this thing where it's like, oh, well, wait a minute. I could buy Infinite Permanence, or I could pull the set, and maybe I'll pull Infinite Permanence. That is that's the worst logic. Unless you guys have any kind of like gambler's addiction, which if you do, seek help. I guess. I mean, I don't know. I ain't your shrink. Listen, looking at Infinite Permanence, we know what's gonna happen. The newest version of Infinite Permanence is gonna go down in value. Simple. Whether it's short printed or not short printed, this version of the Infinite Permanence, this card doesn't care. Let me explain. Infinite Permanence, Flames Destruction, $53. Infinite Permanence, at a dual power, was $28. By the way, it's $28, and you see already at $28. This guy has French ones he has 240 French ones. What? Anyway, this version going low in value, and then when you look at the other version, it's going low in value. And when you look front end, you go, well, besides Secret Rare, I guess the other printings are low in value, right? Well, yes and no. Let me explain. Infinite Permanence out of Flames Destruction's market price is $74, and it hits $74 easily. Okay, Infinite Permanence at a dual power is $40, and which it was before with the announcement of it getting reprinted again. Infinite Permanence at a dual overload is $30. Now, once again, that is the big distinction. The fact that the hardest version is the most money, obviously. The first reprinting, which was in dual power, is $40. Okay, makes sense. And then the third reprint being $30. I mean, I'm no rocket scientist, paisanos, but I think if Infinite Permanence comes out ultra rare, yeah, it's probably gonna be around $20. Like, I don't even have to like guess. You don't have to guess too much, knowing the fact that that's gonna be the eventual settle price. Now, let's pause it. Can Infinite Permanence go up higher in value? Of course. I mean, even though I still love the Secret Rare out of Flames Destruction, the dual power and the dual overload did go higher in value. Okay, they did do that. But will it happen with another printing? Will they reach the same heights? No. In fact, the more cards you add to the pool, the less of a chance those cards can go higher in value. Of course, there's other overlaying factors, like looking in the case of Ash Blossom Joy Spring, where we didn't care it was common. We didn't care you found on the floor. I want that. It's $10 for that. Those are kind of like overlaying factors in which like Yu-Gi-Oh! Players just need those cards. Infinite Permanence is kind of like that, but I don't know if it's to the same degree. In fact, let me know in the comments down below if you have it or not. Infinite Permanence. Call By the Grave is going to be tanking in value. And I don't care about the common, I don't care about the ultra rare, I don't care about the super rare, I only care about Prismatic Secret Rare. Because this version of Call By the Grave is going to be affected as it already has been. With a $5 market price, we're seeing the card price stabilize roughly around $5. If this card goes any cheaper, this is the one to buy. Why? Well, let's think about it. Call By the Grave right now is limited, and some players are playing it, some players are not playing it. Rightfully so. When Call By the Grave comes to 3, what happens to this card? Well, you can say, well, wait a minute, V, the gold one gets bought out. No, it does not. Whether it's ultra rare or gold rare, the highest rarity version of Call By the Grave is going to be Prismatic Secret Rare. Everyone's going to forget about this card because it's banned or currently limit on the ban list, and with Cross Desert coming out, this card might not be coming off the bans anytime soon. Players holding copies of Call By the Grave, they're looking at it as a $5 card that realistically may or may not use as a one-off, so they're going to be dumping into the market. As the market gets this card dumped onto it, the price obviously lowers as competitive players become more competitive with each other, well, in the market. What happens? Well, one day Call By the Grave goes to 3. It's inevitable. This card's not that broken. We have broken cards on our game. One of them is definitely not Call By the Grave. We all know why this card was hit. It was hit to sell Cross-Out Designator. The minute Cross-Out Designator is out and about and reprinted, this card eventually will come back into the game. I think we can all agree on that. I wouldn't be surprised if it comes up to the ban list on December. I wouldn't really be surprised whatsoever. What I am surprised about is the fact that this card price is really low right now because everyone thinks that Maximum Gold is the saving grace. It's never going to be the saving grace. It's a reprint set. Hey, don't get me wrong. I'm excited to see a bunch of reprints. I think it's excellent to have cards that people can get at cheaper price points. But if you want to go in the market and evaluate from a standpoint of what can go up in the market, well, Maximum Gold is definitely not a good way to look at it specifically as far as the cards in that set. We are going to do a video later on when the set comes out, or when we have the final rarity of set. We'll talk about like what cards actually have potential rising in Maximum Gold. But right now, for the sake of this video, I'll tell you right now, Call By the Grave is not one of those cards. This will go back up in the future. Oh, okay, let me start fast forwarding the video because I feel like this has gone too long. But I think you guys can understand the gist of what I'm trying to say with the market. Warsaw Dragon's getting a reprint. It doesn't matter, okay? Unless it's secret rare, it doesn't matter. Ask the people holding ultra rare. Hey, those ultra rare players, if you're holding ultra rare Warsaw Dragon, that card's $15. Used to be around 18. That card's gonna be going down in value. The 2 secret rares, they're just fine. Lady Debug is $5. And you know what? Good. This card was a lot of money for Salamangreats. With a $7 market price, the card's roughly around $5. And to be $100 with you, that kind of sucks. Salamangreats needed this card as a reprint. So I'm glad it is, because I kind of want to play Salamangreats, but I'm not dropping like, well, at the time it was $7, $21 for a playset Lady Debug. No. Now that it's like a lot cheaper, I might consider picking it up. And I think that's the mentality for a lot of players. It's, hey, listen, I want to get this card. Now it's a lot cheaper. I can now get it. And I don't even care about the deck. I just want to play it for fun. Well, Salamangreats, you really don't play for fun. The White Zone H is a card that's getting a reprint. And everyone might go, well, V, the reprint might be money. No, it's not gonna be. The secret rare is money. Hell, there's ultra rare's money. The fact that the Make-10 was money, well, that's because of, you know, only 48 listings. The common was starting to be money, but the common, that ain't gonna be money anymore. In fact, if you hold commons, White Zone Legends, you might want to sell them before they take in value. Then we have trade-in. Now, I think the best trade-in is a secret rare trade-in from Legendary Collection Kaiba. It's $7. I don't think whatever comes out of Maximum Gold is going to touch this card. The trade-in is definitely getting a reprint, and maybe it might tank the other values, let alone from Legendary Collection Kaiba. Maybe Joey's World, that probably will go down if I had to guess. Turbo Pack Booster 1, Turbo Pack Booster 1 pack. What? Hold on one second. Turbo Pack Booster 1 pack. Okay, I think this might actually hold some good value and not go up in the future as well. So that's how I evaluate that. Phantasme, get the secret rares. Don't worry about the ultra rares. Don't worry about the super rares. Whatever's coming out of Maximum Gold is going to tank those prices. The secret rares are the ones you're going to want to get. Get them now. Nobody's looking at them right now. Everyone's too excited about a gold version. If you want value, it's going to be in the secret rares. Link Rebo is starting to get hit some dumb numbers. Even common versions was roughly around $4 to $5 for Link Rebo. Getting a reprint. So what do you do, Paisano? Well, simple. You buy the Shonen Jump Magazine promo. Nobody's looking at it right now. This is the original version. These are the harder ones to get. They had a $7 market price. They went down to $6. There's a bunch of copies here. These are the ones I would recommend. Definitely. No doubt in my mind. So let's talk about Phantom Rage for a quick second. With Phantom Rage coming out soon, I think a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Players are going to be really changing. It's going to change the way a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Players evaluate the current metagame. It's going to really... And by the way, one thing Phantom Rage has done... I was talking about this yesterday in my live stream. One thing Phantom Rage has done is the fact that there's nothing for collectors in this set. Collectors get nothing in this set, which is pretty good, because if you look at a previous set that came out, Rise of the Duelist, Konami randomly was like, hey collectors, I got your back. We're throwing Gaia the magical dragon of the magical knight of dragons there. Cause collectors really threw this card up into the market. They didn't care. The card holds a $170 market price. It's roughly around $150. That's how much collectors don't care about this card. What we could give it to you as a Starlight. They don't care. They just don't. And I think Konami was testing the waters when releasing this card in Rise of the Duelist. Fast forward over here to Phantom Rage, there is nothing for collectors. Everything in this set, Starlight Rare wise, is all juice. In fact, the secret rares are delicious, and the ultra rares are amazing. I think there's a lot of great cards in this set. I think this is gonna be, I did a video not long ago where I was telling you guys, brace for the set not being as good. I think this set might be as good. With Alpha and Master pieces coming out in this set, it's gonna drastically change the way we evaluate the current game state in the meta. One card is going to be doing that. And we already had that happen, once again, with Rise of the Duelist, with Triple Tactics Talents. Arguably, for a while it was drop it, now it's kind of falling off, but I think it'll make its way back into the meta. Keep an eye on this card. I said it already, I'll say it again. Talents is going down in value. Droplets is going to hit over $100. Mark my words. Focus on getting droplets. Don't get me wrong, I think Talents is a card you're always going to need. It has 3 banned cards in 1 card that you can legally use, which is insane. So I definitely think you should get Talents, but droplets is a card everyone's dumping into the market, and please, if you're debating on selling droplets, do not sell this card. It's going to go up in value. People are just... Anyone who says this card's going down in value is just lying to you, or if they sold theirs and they want you to sell yours because misery-less company. But it's not really misery, it's more or less like the guilt of, oh my god, please don't let this card come back up in value, because if it does, I'm gonna get banged hard because I gotta spend more money to get back the card. It's like pawn shop wars with the card. Anyway, looking at Phantom Rage, I really do think this set's gonna be really good. It's gonna be really high selling. People are really looking forward to Dragonmaid. People are looking forward to Alpha. Some guys that are into that kind of weird thing, that little kick, is gonna get some fan night stuff. Yeah, virtual world stuff's gonna be in here as well. I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff in here. Prank Kids Meow Meow, which should have got a prismatic rare, is also gonna be in here as well. A starlight rare is also gonna be in here as well, which is gonna be cool. Hopefully, make this as an ultimate rare in the next OTS pack, because that's like the next best thing we have, by the way. If you guys are looking to get Prank Kids Meow Meow Mew, I think we should all yell at Konami. Not really like scream in their face, but like everyone just randomly bring it up. Like, hey Konami, when are you gonna make Meow Meow Mew an ultimate rare? Because that'd be really good if you did that. Because I think this card would be great as ultimate rare. Anyway, looking at Phantom Rage and looking at Prank Kids Meow Meow Mew, I think there's a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players that are just bored of playing for Nobles, Dragon Link, and dinosaurs. Well, I'm not sure players can be bored of dinosaurs as dinosaurs themselves, or just like, hey, can you make UCT? Your hand, you look at your hand and they're like, can you make UCT? And you're like, let's go on this journey together. But before we do, Miscellaneous Source, stop our opponent from playing all those dumb cards in their hand. I kind of want to play Dinos with that mentality. Like, it makes you want to almost play Dinos just to go, this hand is really, really fragile. Well, drop that Miscellaneous Source. Alright, time to play Yu-Gi-Oh! And then sporadically go, response? And to see your opponent's eyes just bloodshot. Listen, I think there's going to be a lot of things happening. One of the things I think is going to be happening, it's going to really change the way we play, is Zoodiacs get a boost to the point where they're going to be more relevant than what they currently are. Some places don't even consider Zoodiac a meta-relevant deck, and I don't blame them, because Zoodiacs right now are Mega Cyclops Turbo. But looking at Zoodiacs, I think they're going to get a huge boost in this set, obviously, and it's going to change the way we look at the deck. There's multiple ways that Zoodiacs are going to be played in this game. Looking at Zoodiac Whiptail coming in at OTS 1 Pack 5, Ultimate Rare with a $57 market price. It's already spiked to $66. By the way, after a couple of sales, the card's roughly around $70 a copy for Zoodiac Whiptail. You want your Thoroughblades? No big deal. It didn't get reprinted in Maximum Gold. We got you. You can pay a low price point of $13. Either you want the 2017 Mega Pack or the Raging Tempest. This will go higher more than likely. And then we have Zoodiac Chakanine. I don't know if this got a reprint. I'm hoping this got a reprint. This is one of those cards that were leaked to get a reprint. Hopefully we see that happen. Because you're going to need at least 2 Chakanine. In fact, I don't even think you need 2 Chakanines. But Zoodiac Chakanine with a $17 market price, unlimited to roughly around 17. First is also around 17 to 18. But look how quickly it goes up. You got 18, 19, 20 for Zoodiac Chakanine. Oh, real quickly. Pot of Avarice. Pot of Avarice Ultimate, I mean, you definitely need to get Pot of Avarice. It's a card you're gonna need. It has a bunch of printings, luckily. There's some nice printings. The Dark Edition 4 looks pretty, oh, it's $30 actually. No, never mind. It ain't that nice. The Secret version is $6. That's nice. The Elemental Energy original print Super Rare version is $3. And this is actually a really nice version of the card. Even first edition versions are roughly around $5, which isn't bad whatsoever. But if you want the Ultimate Rare coming out of Elemental Energy with a $165 market price, it's $175. The other day, literally, the other day when I mentioned this in my market watch, I said this card's $130. I bought 2, it's gonna go higher. And we see it already. It's $175. I wouldn't be surprised if this card hits $200 a copy, as Yu-Gi-Oh players are going to be needing this in their decks. Whether it's in Zoodiac in the near future or in the long future, anyone's going to want a card like Pot of Avarice that just says, oh yeah, shuffle 5 cards in your graveyard back into your deck, recur resources, and you know what, since you work so hard doing that, draw 2 cards. Anyway, Paisans, I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. Please make sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Hit the like button, comment down below. It's your boy V, and you Paisanos, have a great day.